Deep within this cave, bathed in the soft glow of the moon, lies a mystery. A story perhaps etched in ochre and charcoal. A story that speaks to us across millennia, whispering of a time when humans first sought to capture their world, their experiences, their very existence, in images. Is this the oldest story? A tale told not in words, but in the silent language of art, born in the flickering firelight of a prehistoric cave. Or does the oldest story lie written in the stars above? Did our ancestors, huddled around fires, gaze upon these same constellations, weaving tales of gods and monsters to explain the celestial dance? Is the oldest story a whisper from the cosmos, a myth etched in starlight, passed down through generations on the breath of countless voices? The question of the oldest story is a tantalizing one. It leads us down winding paths through the labyrinth of human history where stories are painted, sung, carved, and whispered. For what is a story? Is it a hunt frozen in time on a cave wall? A song carried on the wind? A prayer etched in clay? Each a story, each a contender for the title of oldest. Could it be the first mark our ancestors made, seeking to leave their imprint on the world? Or the first lullaby, a melody hummed to soothe a child, a story of comfort and love? Perhaps the oldest story is the first myth, born of fear and wonder, seeking to explain the mysteries of thunder and lightning. Stories are the lifeblood of humanity, connecting us to our past, to each other, to the very essence of what it means to be human. We'll explore the art of our ancestors, deciphering the stories they etched in stone and painted on cave walls. We'll listen to the voices of indigenous cultures, their legends carried on the wind, their myths woven into the fabric of their lives. And we'll delve into the written word, uncovering the tales inscribed on tablets and scrolls, buried beneath layers of history. Each culture, each tradition, holds a piece of the puzzle. Their stories are more than just entertainment. They are the threads that weave together the tapestry of human experience. They teach us, inspire us, and connect us to those who came before. Join us on this journey through time and imagination as we seek the stories that have shaped our world and continue to inspire. For in the quest to uncover the oldest story, we may just discover the very essence of storytelling itself. What is a story? Is it merely a sequence of events? A recounting of facts and figures? Or is it something more? A vessel for emotions, a mirror to our hopes and fears, a bridge between the past and the present? Is it any form of art or expression that conveys meaning? A dance that tells of a hunt? A song that mourns a loss? A painting that captures the spirit of an animal? Or is it something more specific? A narrative with a beginning, middle, and end, characters who face challenges and undergo transformations. With this understanding, we can now broaden our search, looking beyond traditional narratives to consider the many ways our ancestors expressed themselves and shared their experiences. As the sun rises on our journey, we find ourselves amidst the echoes of ancient voices. These ruins, these fragments of civilizations past, hold clues to the stories that shaped our world. But where do we begin our search for the oldest? Long before written language, stories were etched in stone, painted on cave walls, woven into dances, and sung under starlit skies. Each gesture, each symbol, each note, a brushstroke in the grand narrative of human existence. These images, imbued with meaning, speak to us across the ages. Are they simply depictions of the world around them? Or do they hold deeper significance? Do they whisper of ancient rituals, of spiritual beliefs, of the mysteries of life and death? Passed down through generations, these spoken narratives shaped cultures and connected communities. With each telling, the stories evolved, adapting to new circumstances, reflecting the ever-changing human experience. But even as they changed, they retained their core essence, their power to teach, to inspire, to connect. With the advent of writing, stories were no longer ephemeral whispers carried on the wind. They were immortalized, etched in stone, inscribed on clay, penned on papyrus. Voices from millennia ago could now speak directly to us, sharing their knowledge, their dreams, their fears. Is it in the silent narratives painted on cave walls? The spoken sagas that have morphed with each telling? Or the earliest written tales carved into stone? Our quest begins at the very roots of human expression, where the first storytellers sought to make sense of the world and share their experiences. Hidden deep beneath the Earth's surface, in the cool, silent embrace of ancient caves, we find ourselves face to face with the dawn of human creativity. Here, tens of thousands of years ago, our ancestors transformed bare rock into canvases, their stories painted not with words, but with pigments of ochre, charcoal, and blood. Over 17,000 years ago, skilled artists captured the essence of the animals that roamed this land, the majestic bison, the graceful horses, the powerful aurochs. But what do these images mean? Are they merely representations of the surrounding fauna, or do they hold a deeper narrative? Chauvet Cave, even older than Lascaux, boasts some of the most breathtaking examples of prehistoric art. The artistry is astonishing, the sense of movement and power almost palpable. Do these paintings tell a different story? Do they reveal a different perspective on the world? In South Africa, Blombos Cave offers a different glimpse into the prehistoric mind. These abstract symbols, dating back 75,000 years, push the boundaries of our understanding of early human cognition. Under the vast expanse of the Australian night sky, where the stars seem to whisper secrets of the ancient past, some of the oldest stories on Earth come to life. Dating back at least 65,000 years, the Aboriginal people have passed down their Dreamtime narratives, weaving a rich tapestry of creation myths, ancestral journeys, and moral teachings. But the Dreamtime is not alone in its antiquity. Journey with us to the banks of the Nile, to ancient Egypt, where tales of the gods and pharaohs were passed down through oral tradition for millennia. Our journey continues to the Indian subcontinent, where the hymns and stories of the Rig Veda, one of the oldest sacred texts in the world, were preserved through oral tradition for centuries before being written down around 1500 BCE. These ancient oral traditions, along with countless others across the globe, remind us of the power of the human voice to transmit knowledge, preserve history, and inspire wonder. With the advent of writing, a new chapter in human history began. No longer were stories confined to the realm of memory and voice. They could now be etched in stone, inscribed on clay, and penned on papyrus, their voices echoing through the ages. Our journey begins in ancient Mesopotamia, around 2600 BCE, with the Instructions of Shuruppak. While it might seem like a simple set of proverbs, this wisdom text is actually a narrative in itself. We then travel to the land of the pharaohs, where around 2400 to 2300 BCE, the pyramid texts adorn the walls of pyramids. These are not just religious incantations. They tell a powerful story of the pharaoh's journey to the afterlife. Around 1700 BCE in Mesopotamia, scribes recorded the epic tale of Atrahasis. This is a story of creation, destruction, and renewal, echoing through the ages with its profound themes. Back in Egypt, around 2100 BCE, the coffin texts emerged. These texts, inscribed on coffins, offer more than just guidance for the afterlife. They tell a universal story of hope and transformation. Around 2040 to 1782 BCE, Egyptians also crafted captivating tales like the tale of the shipwrecked sailor. This adventure story, with its fantastical elements, reminds us that storytelling is not just about conveying facts or beliefs, but also about capturing the imagination. And finally, we arrive at the Epic of Gilgamesh, a cornerstone of world literature, inscribed on clay tablets around 2100 BCE. From the sacred texts of the world's religions to the epic poems of Homer, writing has given us a vast library of stories that have shaped our cultures, our beliefs, and our understanding of the world. From the dawn of consciousness, humans have looked to the sky, the earth, and the natural world for answers to life's mysteries. In their search for meaning, they created myths and religious texts, stories that not only captured the imagination, but also attempted to answer fundamental questions about our existence. Where did we come from? Why are we here? What is our place in the universe? We've already encountered the Aboriginal Australian creation myths, some of the oldest stories on Earth, dating back at least 65,000 years. These Dreamtime narratives, passed down through countless generations, tell of a time when ancestral beings roamed the Earth, shaping the landscape and creating the first humans. We then journeyed to the land of the pharaohs, where the myth of Osiris and Isis, dating back to at least 2400 BCE, offers a profound reflection on life, death, and rebirth. In ancient Mesopotamia, the Enuma Elish, a creation myth dating back to the 18th century BCE, tells of a cosmic battle between the god Marduk and the primordial sea goddess Tiamat. In the icy realms of the Norse, the creation myth, recorded in the 13th century CE, tells of the giant Ymir, whose body was used to create the world. From the Greek myth of Pandora's box, which explores the consequences of curiosity and the nature of hope, to the Chinese myth of Pangu, who separated heaven and earth, myths have served as powerful tools for understanding the human condition and our place in the universe. We've journeyed through time, exploring the caves of our ancestors, listening to the whispers of ancient voices, deciphering the myths and legends that have shaped our world. In the silent depths of caves like Lascaux and Chauvet, we encountered the earliest expressions of human creativity. Here, animals leap from the walls, and enigmatic symbols hint at the dawn of symbolic thought. These paintings, dating back tens of thousands of years, whisper of a time when humans first sought to capture their experiences, their dreams, their connection to the natural world. We listen to the voices of the past, carried on the wind and woven into the fabric of oral traditions. The Dreamtime stories of the Aboriginal Australians, shared for at least 65,000 years, tell of ancestral beings shaping the land and creating the first humans. In West Africa, the griots, keepers of history and tradition, have passed down knowledge through song and spoken word for over 1,000 years. Across the Americas, Native American cultures have preserved their heritage through myths, legends, and moral teachings. We deciphered the writings of ancient civilizations, etched in stone, inscribed on clay, and penned on papyrus. In Mesopotamia, we encountered the Instructions of Shuruppak, a father's wisdom passed down to his son over 4,600 years ago. We explored the Epic of Gilgamesh, a tale of a great flood that nearly destroyed humanity, written nearly 3,700 years ago. In Egypt, the pyramid texts, dating back to almost 4,400 years ago, guided pharaohs on their journey to the afterlife. Meanwhile, the coffin texts, from around 4,100 years ago, offered a path to eternity for ordinary Egyptians. And the Epic of Gilgamesh, a cornerstone of world literature, explored themes of friendship, loss, and the human condition over 4,000 years ago. We delved into the realm of myths and religious texts, where gods and goddesses, heroes and monsters battled for supremacy and shaped the destinies of humankind. The Aboriginal Australian creation myths, the Egyptian myth of Osiris and Isis, the Babylonian Enuma Elish, and the Norse creation myth, each offered a unique perspective on the origins of the universe and the human condition. The quest to uncover the oldest story has led us not to a single answer, but to a deeper appreciation for the power of storytelling itself. Stories shape our understanding of the world, connect us to our past, and inspire us to imagine the future.